2020 C8 Corvette. As y'all have seen from our last few videos, we've done several twin turbos. Today, we have a ProCharger. Still in the R&D stage of all these cars, as y'all know, if y'all watch the channel, if y'all check the internet at all. We finished it this week, and I've dynoed it, and I'll tell you a little bit more about it, but I've yet to drive it myself, so we're about to go see what it can do. This is a centrifugal supercharger. It's a ProCharger D1. This is a completely stock engine. This one's got exhaust system, so it has a catback exhaust. Still has the factory manifolds, factory cats, with the addition of the ProCharger system. And these are centrifugal superchargers, so it's a linear horsepower curve, meaning as RPM climbs, so does the boost. So at 3,000 RPMs, this thing's only making, let's say, 1.5–2 pounds of boost, but it comes 6,000, 6,400. This setup in its current stance is right at, I think, 6 pounds of boost. And this car baseline with the exhaust on it at first at, I think, 440 rear wheel horsepower. We started off with around 5 pounds of boost, like 4.95 pounds of boost. It was like 550 rear wheel horsepower. And then we turned the boost up a little bit. We got to about 570. And then we finished off right around 600 rear wheel horsepower. And this thing's still only like I think 6 pounds of boost. But as everyone asked a million times, do you tune it? What do you do? How are you doing that? And everyone on the internet has a million different things of what they're saying is happening. In this form right now, today, which I don't know when this will air, this car is still running on the factory ECU with the sensors are, I'm gonna call it, we just trick the factory sensors so the car runs and drives fine when it sees boost. Now, there are plans with ProCharger. We've been talking back and forth, and any day now, they're supposed to be sending us an ECM to put in this car to test. And if it works properly, then we can remove all the factory pigtails that we have on the factory sensors that we're tricking, and hopefully remove all that stuff, install a tuned, we'll call it, PCM that comes with the ProCharger kit. And it's pretty much plug and play, install and go, make 6 pounds of boost, no check engine lights, no reduced engine power, car runs and drives. Right now, this car, we have to trick a lot of the factory sensors to keep the throttle open and to keep it from going into reduced engine power, and obviously to get our fueling correct. These things do run in closed loop, so they do have wide bands from the factory, so it senses, this thing corrects itself, so if it needs to add 5 or 10% fuel to it, it does it automatically. But timing, obviously, you cannot adjust, so we have to put a controller on it to pull timing. Best way to describe these cars, if you watch some of my other videos, them. We do like bolt-ons to them. They're very quick, like 0 to 60, 0 to 80 miles an hour with the dual clutch transmission in them. They take off, they dead hook, and they go. And the way these things shift, it just feels like it never loses power and it just stays planted. I will say in stock form, in my opinion, around 80 miles an hour is, again, being a performance guy and a gearhead, and we drive so many fast cars, at 80 miles an hour, you're like, man, I wish this thing had more power. Adding this centrifugal supercharger to this thing, to me, it just makes it perfect. You get, it still hooks from a low roll or even a dig because of the linear horsepower curve that the supercharger makes. But now, with it making that extra 150 rear wheel horsepower, at the higher RPM, so much quicker than it used to be. The extra 150 rear wheel horsepower this thing gives it truly feels like a brand new car. I don't know if any of you guys had nitrous cars back in the day, or even today, if you hit that extra 100 horsepower of nitrous, you feel it instantly. This is like a linear curve. You floor it and it just pushes you back in the seat. Little harder, little harder, little harder, until it gets to the shift point, shifts, and the car is still shifting great. The clutch is holding. This thing with 600 rear wheel horsepower right now is phenomenal. I will say, our goal next round of mods, I'm going to try to get it roughly around 650 to about 700. Oh, it sounds so good. This car with, I think, 700 rear wheel horsepower will be absolutely perfect. I mean, it feels great right now. Like I said, I think for 95% of the people out there that own a car like this, just adding this supercharger package to it will more than satisfy you. You get the awesome performance from stoplight to stoplight to 6130 stuff, as well as the badass sound. And then also the looks of this thing. You go to car shows, you pop the hatch, and you see under the hood of this thing, this one has all the carbon fiber pieces it can get. So it has the carbon fiber on the intake manifold, as well as the carbon fiber bubble that goes over the ProCharger system itself. So yeah, those of you that are new to this channel or don't watch as much, check out our new website we have up. We should have hopefully packages on the website for the newer vehicles. There might be some makes and models that we don't have complete yet. And if you have a vehicle that you own at home and you don't see it on the website, feel free to email us or call us anytime and we can see what kind of package we can make for your vehicle. As far as this C8 goes, man, like I said, 0 to 60 in a stock car, and most people, you know, they feel quick, you know, 3 seconds 0 to 60 time. When you go faster than that, and then by 100 miles an hour, to me, like I said, these things just nosedive. Now this thing stays planted and keeps putting you in the seat. It's hard to beat it.
What's up, guys? James Gerlin just picked up my C8 Corvette, just did the ProCharger kit on it over at late model Racecraft with Stephen Faraday. This thing, totally different package, man. I love this car already from 0 to 60. It's a beast down low. Kind of falls on its face once we get to about that 80, 100 mile an hour range. This ProCharger really picked up on the big end, man. This car is the best package I have felt yet in a Corvette. I've owned 4 different Corvettes. I absolutely love this car. If you want this kit, hit up late model Racecraft. Get it now, guys. It is the best package I have ever felt. We'll see y'all later.